Sinclair's corner. Moussa Dembele makes the difference with a cracking header. Celtic strike first in the derby of derbies, and it had probably been coming.
Well, this is Rangers' Achilles heel. They cannot defend simple crosses. Go back to the Scottish Cup final and look at this. Look at the amount of bodies, Rangers bodies in the danger area. Kiernan is nowhere near. Garner's nowhere near. Barton's nowhere near. Dembele attacks it and he gets it in off the post. It is the most simple of goals for Celtic to score and horrible for Rangers to concede.
His old man scored against Celtic in his Aberdeen days. Beats on here for Dembele. First two ahead of Senderos. It is Moussa Dembele! No Lee Griffiths, no worries, no problems, because Moussa Dembele has stepped forward and Celtic have a firm grip on this Glasgow derby.
Well, you need to look at how deep Senderos is here. No wonder Celtic very easily exploit the pace in behind. Look at Senderos. Look where Kiernan is playing the ball, and Senderos is what, 10, 15 yards deeper? Dembele could have tried to square it, but he's so high on confidence after the first goal that he shows fabulous composure. Just to cut in on Senderos here, loses his footing, a desperate sort of lunge, can't stay on his feet. And that's a finish of the highest order. We've seen James Forrest with the outside of the right foot in recent weeks. Dembele more than a match for him. Wonderful goal, wonderful start to his Old Firm career here. I'd be tempted to get Cranshire off, even now. Losing it too often.
Tavernier. Rangers couldn't half do with something here. Kenny Miller! And Garner helps it in! And Rangers have responded in the final minute of the half. Just what they needed. They've come alive!
Well, we spoke about Rangers being soft in central defence. Celtic are here too. Miller does ever so well, because he's on the stretch. I don't think he's trying to score. He's just helping it back into the danger area, over the head of De Vries. And Garner's in the right spot there, just to make sure. Excellent response from Rangers.
Armstrong for Dembele. Sinclair not far away. Dembele finds Sinclair, who continues his scoring spree. Brendan Rodgers and Celtic are back in the comfort zone on the hour. Come up the hour, come up the man, Scott Sinclair.
Well, you've got to credit Dembele. The easy ball here is to play it left. He's got two options, but Sinclair makes the diagonal run and he's onside, and he finishes it so calmly. There's not a lot of room to aim there, but Dembele took the chance, playing the more difficult pass, and he gets his reward. It's a wonderful setup. And what a fabulous finish for Sinclair, who has started his Celtic career on fire.
Well, Scott Sinclair worked with Brendan Rodgers at Swansea and in Chelsea's youth system. He's scored in every league match for him now since arriving from Aston Villa. Rangers need a goal ASAP to give themselves a glimpse of hope. Halliday. Roberts, McGregor, Lustig. Rangers exposed and struggling to get back here. Dembele! He's done it! Moussa Dembele takes his place in Old Firm hat-trick history. There's only been one team in town today, Celtic.
Well, Rangers have been run ragged. Getting caught forward. It's a two-man defence. It's against three. Tavernier way forward. Halliday can't get back. Credit the goal scorer. Lustig picks him out. a really good cross. The first touch with his right foot is absolutely beautiful. Just puts it onto his left, and that is a confident, clinical finish. It's a hat-trick for Dembele.
And it's the first hat-trick in an Old Firm League game since Stevie Chalmers in 1966, 50 years ago. He got a yellow card for his celebration. He doesn't look too bothered about that. Beaten by Rangers in the Scottish Cup semi-final shootout last season. Revenge was in the air from the off, and it has been ruthlessly and clinically taken. Sinclair. Here's Tierney. Is there another one? There might be for Armstrong! There is! Now that is really rubbing it in! Celtic 5, Rangers 1. The champions have blown away their fierce rivals.
Well, it's a fifth goal that emphasises their total and utter dominance of this game. Well played from Tierney. Again, that cut back who picks out Armstrong. Does really well, Armstrong. The easiest thing to do here is take it first time. He takes a lovely first touch and then finds the angle to get it away from Wallace and away from Fotheringham. 5-1, I think, is a fair measure of the difference in the sides today.
And it was a thumping victory for Celtic when last the teams met. They cannot be separated here at the moment. That situation will change one way or the other. Wallace just losing Griffiths, and it goes at last for Celtic. Dembele in the dying embers of the game. An eruption of green and white joy. Rangers concede in the end.
Moussa Dembele, he is the man, isn't he? I just wonder initially from the first long ball into Lee Griffiths, was he offside? He makes the run in behind. I think he goes fractionally early. I think he's offside there. And then he gets a break of the ball and he gets his head up, and it's all about the ball then. And Moussa Dembele, innovation, brilliant touch, brilliant backheel, and it's no more than Celtic have deserved.
Well, two mistakes and there's no doubt about the finish. What a finish this is. A nutmeg on Jugs in the goal. Great ball from Lee Griffiths in. Wallace missed the initial pass, and I think it's Kiernan has gets the wrong side of Dembele, but don't take away the fact that Celtic deserve to score. They've been pressing this Rangers defence. And I go back 10 minutes, I did say there'd be a goal. Derek?
Howard Webb says level, by the way. That's his immediate thought.
I think it's marginal. It's given the advantage. Having said all that, it's a terrific finish, isn't it, from Moussa Dembele?
Garnett up against Fiatchenko. Good mistake from Fiatchenko. Kenny Miller. Garner still down. Tavernier. Windass. Back here for Tavernier. Oh, it's in! Kenny Miller fancies claiming that. Well, that has certainly lit the fuse. The New Year's Eve fireworks are starting early. Rangers 1, Celtic 0.
What a brilliant pass this is from Windass. Fiatchenko with a mistake, putting Rangers on the attack, but wait to see this pass inside the fullback from Windass. Izagiri slightly asleep. Tavernier does the best thing, drills it low and hard across goal. And no surprise to see Kenny Miller getting on the end of it. Right in the danger area, inside the 6-yard box. It's brilliant from Windass and Tavernier, and it's just a one-touch finish from Miller. Perfect start for Rangers.
It just had to be him, didn't it? It just had to be. Kenny Miller's 9th goal in 17 matches for Rangers against Celtic. Celtic pursuing an equaliser after Kenny Miller's opener. Sinclair takes. Dembele! He has rattled that in! Well, he's certainly taken to the Glasgow derby. It's his 5th goal against Rangers, and Celtic are level.
Well, this is what he can do. It's so dynamic, it's so explosive. There's nothing on here. It's one touch to control, and then wow, left foot volley right into the top corner. Fotheringham can't get anywhere near it. He's been closed down by Hill and Wilson, but he finds the top corner. No wonder he got a starting spot ahead of Lee Griffiths. That's the type of finishing Dembele can come up with.
If Kenny Miller is the man for the occasion for Rangers, Moussa Dembele has quickly become the man for the occasion for Celtic. It's won by Hill again. Brown. Armstrong. Roberts. Easily away from Mackay. And there's the switch. There's the goal for Scott Sinclair. The champions have turned it around, and that will really, really hurt Rangers.
Patrick Roberts, he's involved in it. Skips away from Mackay. And just as Kenny Miller did with the timing of his run, keep your eye here on Scott Sinclair. He's pulling away to the left. Kierland's not really aware, Tavernier's not aware. It's a brilliant ball from Armstrong. There's that ball that gets you in behind. So similar to Rangers' goal through Kenny Miller. And Scott Sinclair yet again in the danger area. Armstrong doesn't even need to look. He knows exactly where his teammate will be. He's right in the heart of that 6-yard box. Yeah, really good play from Dembele just to switch the point of attack there, coming short, seeing the space for Lustig and giving him that diagonal ball. Should have been a better delivery.
Jason Holt miscued his clearance. Forrest. Armstrong! Smashed in by Stuart Armstrong. A goal that means so much in a game that means so much, and Celtic do have Rangers where they want them.
Well, he generates so much power with such a short backlift here. Rangers are on the back foot as soon as Forrest gets on the ball. Armstrong makes that angle for a bit of space, but it's the power in the shot. I think it's taken everyone by surprise. Armstrong waiting for that small cut back and then generating that amount of power right into the corner, and too much for Fotheringham. Celtic can do that to you, whether it's Dembele or Sinclair. Armstrong there, what a threat he is.
Celtic Park is bouncing. Tavernier ready to deliver this. What Rangers would give for an equaliser here. Tavernier takes, away by Dembele, back to Tavernier. Here's Hyman! What a save from Gordon! But Clint Hill arrived to put it away! An equaliser for Rangers! And in a season to mostly forget, a moment to cherish!
Tavernier does ever so well here. I thought he made the wrong option. He's getting in where all the bodies are. But his forward pass is absolutely magnificent. Look at Tavernier here. He's got a man out wide, but that pass there, absolutely brilliant. And Hampden's shot brought out a terrific save yet again from Gordon. He couldn't hold it, and Hill's there to follow up. Rangers throwing men forward in numbers, and Hill takes advantage.
And Clint Hill in the right place at the right time to score his 5th Rangers goal. And that's what it means to Graham Murty as he prepares to step down. At the age of 38, I'm not sure Clint ever thought he'd be playing in a game like this.
Celtic utterly dominant, going with a long ball here.
Dembele, supported here by McGregor. Talk about laying down an early marker. Callum McGregor scores, and Celtic crucially have an early lead in this Scottish Cup semi-final.
Well, how's this for composure? Callum McGregor supports this run. He wants it here. Dembele takes a good touch, sees McGregor in support. How about that for a calm finish? He just passes it from around 20 yards, finds the angle. I think Fodrium is still trying to work out where he is. Don't think he's got his bearings right. He doesn't even dive for it. It's not as though it's right inside the post, but he's got a bit of curl on it, a bit of pace on it. It's a beautiful goal.
Waghorn, Dodo, Kenny Miller, Bates, Hindman. It's away by Boyata, and he's released Roberts, who has Griffiths ahead. Tavernier looking to make up ground here, and Willie Collum gives a penalty and a yellow card for Tavernier.
I think it's as clear a penalty as you're likely to see. You see Griffiths getting into the box here. Comes across and takes him out. Over the top of the ball, Tavernier. It's a penalty for me. Wycombe complaining to Willie Collum. Scott Sinclair is the man who's going to take the responsibility here.
Tavernier will miss the next Scottish Cup match, which could be next season at this rate if Scott Sinclair scores here. He had a penalty saved against Partick Thistle this month, mind.
I've got to say my initial reaction was that Foderingham might have come out to clear the danger.
This is one big kick for Scott Sinclair. He's done it! Just! Celtic are in a rush to reach the final now and to send their old firm rivals packing.
It's a pressure penalty and he handles it really well. Foderingham makes himself as big as possible. He gets a touch on it, but only succeeding to push it onto the post. 2-goal advantage is huge in a semi-final. There's the incident again. Griffiths trying to get to it, knocking it past Tavernier.
Brown. Roberts chases on between him and Beeman. Oh, and Beeman slid in with the challenge. And John Beaton has a decision to make here.
Well, my first reaction was it was a penalty. John Beaton is looking at his linesman. He's asking his 4th official, and now he's given it.
An early penalty in the final Old Firm game of the season.
I can't believe he slid in for this, Bierman. It's naivety. It's a stonewall penalty kick. It's a ridiculous decision by an individual, inexperienced, to make that type of challenge.
He loves a goal in this game, Scott Sinclair. Here he comes. Celtic appear ready to rub it in. They've got Rangers where they want them again, thanks to another Scott Sinclair penalty.
Well, ask Alan McCoy, ask John Collins, what's the pressure like? taking a penalty in this fixture. It's enormous, and he handles it really well. It's a different type of penalty. There's a slight stutter there. He's looking at the goalkeeper, and then he's made up his mind right into the corner. The opposite of last week.
Hampden. Armstrong releasing Griffiths. Sinclair waiting in the middle. Griffiths goes it alone, and that's why. Utterly ruthless, absolutely clinical from big part player this season to big part player. A stunning hit.
Lee Griffiths at his best. Just wondering about Fotheringham. Was he down low? Had he set himself for a low shot? This goes in high into the net. I think you can see there, Hyman giving the ball away to Armstrong. There's nothing on here. It's a shot from a tight angle. I think the keeper's at fault, Ian. I think he set himself so low. He doesn't expect this to be high. He doesn't jump higher. I think it's a goalkeeping error. It's a brilliant strike on target from Griffiths. But I think if Fotheringham is fit, I think if he's in top form, he saves that.
Boyata in front of Waghorn. Beerman won it back off Roberts though, and now Jason Holt. Good try of a handball. Roberts feeding McGregor. Roberts, it's McGregor. Took his time, but got what he wanted. He scored against Rangers last weekend. He's just done it again. And the champions are putting on a show at the home of their fierce rivals.
Well, yet again, the devastating pace from middle to front. They pick up every loose ball. Roberts here, the awareness to slip it towards McGregor. He thought the first time shot was on, but he elected to take a couple of touches. But look at Roberts here, outside of the left foot, setting his teammate up, and so often you see that. Players pulling the trigger inside the box, through the legs of the defender, who's not close enough, and into the far corner. You've got to say it's no more than Celtic deserve to be at least 3 goals in front at this stage.
It didn't look like it would take them too long to pretty much move out of sight. Griffiths floats it in, and it's found a way in, and Dedrick Boyata is having that one. It is 4-0 to Celtic. It is humiliating for Rangers.
Well, I'm just wondering whether Fotheringham can come here. Just how far in was Boyata when he headed this? I know it's a decent ball into the box. Clint Hill was certainly saying to his goalkeeper, can you not come and take this? It's a goalkeeper's ball. He's headed it in from 3 yards out. He doesn't want to command his box. Boyata attacks it. No wonder there's no Rangers defenders there. That is a goalkeeper's ball, 100%. Boyata delighted to get the opportunity of a free header 3 yards out.
Tavernier. Clint Hill. Beerman. Holt. Miller. Garner. It's Miller! Minor resistance from Rangers, and trust it to come from Kenny Miller. A goal for him is part of the Derby Day experience.
Yes, fitting it comes from Kenny Miller. He's been Rangers Player of the Season. Terrific play. It's a really good 1-2 as he's driving at this Celtic defence. Nice touch from Garner. The expected finish from Miller.
Holt. Tierney with a switch here. And Forrest holding off Bierman. But Danny Wilson will sort that situation out for Rangers. Tierney. Lustig. Do Celtic fancy a fifth? Mikael Lustig certainly does! What a tiny finish! A pulsating performance from Celtic. They have well and truly put Rangers in their place.
Well, what a bit of quality this is from the right back. Could easily have laid it off. But Lustig's got the ability. Driving forward here on a loose ball. Could have went down, stayed on his feet, and then he has the awareness to realise, what angle am I at here? Just pass it away from Hill and away from the diving Fotheringham. It's an absolutely brilliant finish from Lustig. Calm, composed, and absolute quality.
Well, his 3 previous goals this season were in cups. The man who scored Celtic's first goal of the season against the Lincoln Red Imps has just scored their 134th. Yellow card for his celebration. Bothered? Not. And nor have Celtic been today.
Well, the humiliation is complete. Losing 5-1 at home.